Hi everyone, today I would like to share all functions that can be used in values lookup. Let's start with a single value lookup that returns only one value. Consider I have a table of rates corresponding to different lower limits. We may use the lookup function, putting the value that we are looking for as the first argument. When selecting the second argument, ensure that the value to be matched is in the first column, while the value to be written in the last column. Since this lookup vector is fixed for all values, let's press the function key F4 to fix the range. Press Enter, then select the value and move the cursor to the bottom right. Double-click it, and we should obtain the corresponding rates. Note that when no matched values are found, the lookup function will return the nearest smaller value. The same result can be obtained by using the VLOOKUP function. Similarly, the lookup value is the first argument, followed by the lookup vector. The difference is we have to specify the column index in which the desired value is located. For this case, it is in the second column, so type 2 for the third argument. By default, VLOOKUP returns the nearest smaller value unless we ask for the exact match value. Ignore the last argument if we are looking for approximate match. Press on Enter, and we should obtain exactly the same values. For the HLOOKUP function, also provide the lookup value as the first argument, then follow with the array for the value to be written as the second argument. Note that HLOOKUP is for horizontal lookups, returning values in different rows, unlike VLOOKUP which returns values in different columns. Therefore, we need the match function to find the corresponding row index, provide the lookup value and the lookup array. Fix it, and we should obtain exactly the same result. Take note that the first argument does not affect the output. Therefore, if I remove the first argument and change HLOOKUP function to chooseRows function, we will obtain exactly the same outputs. This can also be done by using the take function. The only difference is the take function returns all values up to the corresponding value. Since in this case, the rates are presented in ascending order, I can use the max function, return only the value that I need, as we can see here. The same output can also be obtained by using the choose function. Use the match function to determine the index number. Provide the lookup value and the array. If we don't want to reference any cells, but the value itself, we need to enclose the array in braces. The disadvantage of using choose is that we can't reference an array for the value to be returned. If you are lazy to type it one by one, since we have the list here, we can make use of the array to text function. Select the function and press the function key F9 to convert to values. Remember to remove the quotation marks before ending the formula, and we should obtain the same result. Now let's try to look up a value that matches two variables. This can be done by using the index function. The first argument is the array containing the values to be returned. Remember to fix the range. Then use the match function to determine the row number. Select the lookup value and fix the cell appropriately. In this case, the variable name is always under column B, so only fix B. Then select the lookup array, which is the names, and fix it. Unlike the previous example, in this example, we need an exact match. So put a 0 for the last argument. Then also use the match function to determine the column number. Select the lookup value and fix the cell appropriately. In this case, all we need are the headers, so only fix 1. Then select the lookup array, which is the header of the table array, and fix it. Also put a 0 for an exact match, and this match function with a parenthesis and the index function with another parenthesis. Press on enter, select the cell, drag or copy for all other required cells, and we should obtain the desired result. The same output can be obtained easily by using the XLOOKUP function. All we need to do is just provide the lookup value, fix accordingly the lookup array, that is, all the names, fix it, and the return array, also fix it. Note that the output always follows the original table layout, meaning the value returned will stick with the original column number. For example, if I swap height and weight, no changes will be found in the XLOOKUP function, but not in the index match function. Therefore, if we are returning a value with different layouts, use the index match function. If we want to return a value that fulfills more than 2 factors, we may want to consider using the DGET function. All we need is to provide 3 arguments. First, the title base, which is the lookup array, including the header and return array. Fix it. Second, the field, which is the header of the value to be returned. Fix appropriately, since all these headers located in row 6. Thus, fix only 6. Then, the last argument, which is the criteria. When selecting the criteria, it is a must to include the header. Also, fix it. Press on Enter, select the cell, drag or copy for the rest of the required cells. Note that when more than one value fulfills all the criteria, DGET returns a number error. To overcome this issue, we may want to use the filter function. The first argument is the array or the title base. Then, place all the criteria in the second argument and enclose each condition in separate parentheses. For example, I want those age more than 40, height less than 180, and weight less than 85. Use plus size for all operator, while an asterisk for the AND operator. Note that the filter function returns all columns according to the title base. If you only want specific columns, use choose columns function and specify the column numbers. For example, the first, second, third, and the last columns. And we should obtain the desired output. On the other hand, if the criteria are not fixed, we might consider referencing cells. Since I'm using ranges instead of a constant value, I may want to use the eCell function that we learned in the previous video. Also, select the array, put a comma, replace the condition using the corresponding cell. Repeat exactly the same steps for the rest of the criteria. With this function, the output will be updated automatically whenever the criteria change, as we can see here. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. See you.